not. It's just what they do.
I hope they get tickets.
Yes, they do.
They look like they're very dedicated fans.
Exactly. I miss those days when you had just, let's go to sleep outside all night and wait for something we want. Like, well, you have to go to work, sir. Sorry about that.
And do you do it over and over again after one time? Like, I think one time you're like, okay, I'm good.
Because now when you wake up, something hurts.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Especially if you're sleeping outside on that brick. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Well, I saw an air mattress, so there you go. That person was smart.
That is. Well, I can tell you what, also be smart to have that extra layer out there this morning because it's kind of chilly. And that's the one thing. If they're sleeping out there, it's going to probably be tough to wake up because you get all nice and warm in your sleeping bag, and then you're like, oh, you wake up, no, I don't want to move at all because it's so nice and warm. I always like those nice, cool mornings where you're in bed like that. You can see we've got outside some clouds rolling in. Temperatures coming in 43 degrees here in Columbus. Now, we have a little less cloud cover as you move out to the south, out to the west of us. That's where temperatures have dropped a little more so, and that's where we have the best chance for frost as you move on into southern Ohio and out into western Ohio. But you can see we're in the mid-30s in Piketon, mid-30s in Washington Courthouse, upper 30s Chillicothe, London, Marysville. No spot here at 32 degrees, but we are looking at that frost advisory, and we do have a wind chill factor in some areas. It feels like it's 39 here in Columbus, but we do have those frost advisories out to the west. And again, no spots are at 32 degrees, and you might be wondering what the heck's going on. Well, you can actually have frost when the temperature is above freezing, but this is a bit of a misnomer. The reason for that is because the sensor is 5 feet off the ground where it's in the mid-30s. At the surface, you can get a shallow layer of cold air where it can drop down into the low 30s. So even though the thermometer may say the mid-30s, at the surface and where we actually talk about where that frost forms, it can get a little cooler, again, thanks to the way things cool off. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We didn't break all of our weather tools, so it's just the way it works. But you can see 39, that's where we are. We still drop a couple degrees by 8 o'clock, 45 by 10, back up to about 55 at 2 o'clock, and we'll end up at 58 this afternoon. We'll call it partly to mostly cloudy, more clouds than sunshine, especially through the morning hours. So just watch out for some of the cloud cover. And here we have satellite and radar imagery. Notice again that cloud cover streaming through central Ohio, a little clearer though out to the west and south of us, and that's why they've been allowed to cool off a little more so. So we're back up to about 42 after we drop another degree or so by the time we hit 9 o'clock. Notice we have that sun and cloud mixture as we get on into the afternoon. It's 51 at noon. We'll end up with a high of right around 58. Again, a few breaks in those clouds as we head through the day, but then we turn mostly cloudy overnight. Not quite as chilly, down to about 48 degrees. Back up to 65 tomorrow with late day rain, mostly cloudy skies, and that rain really starts to come in as we head on into the latter part of the day, into the evening. That's not the best news for trick-or-treaters, but you can see we're kind of socked in with some clouds throughout the day. They break up a little bit into the afternoon before we kind of watch those fill back in throughout the overnight hours, but we're staying dry. That's good news. As we get on towards lunchtime tomorrow, we're still looking pretty dry, but notice that rain starting to lift up out of the south and out of the southwest. We start to see some more of that kind of pushing closer to southwestern Ohio by 4 o'clock, getting into our area as we head through the evening, and that could make things a little wet for the end of the trick-or-treaters. And then we keep some showers around at times through the day on Friday, so looks like we'll be in and out of that rain on Friday with the rain really tapering off through the day on Saturday. So 58 degrees on Wednesday. We're looking at 65 tomorrow with some rain late day. Friday, a little better chance for rain. It moves on out of here by Saturday. Should be okay for kickoff at the Buckeyes game, so good news on that front. Halloween looking like 60, and those temperatures will fall back into the low to mid and upper 50s as we head on into next week.